be teaching you how to make vanilla seed granola with coconut chips. So we're going to start off with 2.5 cups of coconut chips. These are the large ones, the large flake ones from Costco. Then we have 2 cups of oatmeal, and I have a 1/4 cup of sunflower seeds. So I'm just going to add that in here. Next, I have 1/2 cup of hemp hearts. I have 3/4 cups of walnuts. Now, technically speaking, this recipe called for pumpkin seeds, but I didn't have any, so I'm using walnuts instead. And you can definitely use pumpkin seeds, swap it out for the walnuts, and therefore this makes it into a nut-friendly recipe. Then I got 2 tablespoons of coconut sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So I'm just gonna add that into my mixing bowl over here. So basically, I'm adding all my dry ingredients together. Okay, so you're just gonna mix that all up. I don't have a bigger bowl. So use a bigger bowl if you're gonna do this at home. Once you're comfortable, or once you know it's mixed thoroughly, I mean, it looks like that, you are then gonna add in your wet ingredients. So your wet ingredients consist of 1/3 cup of melted coconut oil plus 2 tablespoons. And actually, before you add that in, you're gonna first mix all your wet first. So 1/3 cup of coconut oil plus 2 tablespoons. I am then gonna add in 1/3 cup of maple syrup. And I'm just gonna reference my book here. It is 1/3 cup plus 2 tablespoons. And then 2 tablespoons. Add that in there. Then you're going to add in 2 tablespoons of nut butter. So you can really use any type of butter. I'm using peanut butter. Okay. So 2 tablespoons of that. One. Okay, so I'm just going to mix that up real nice. And then I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So vanilla extract, I have pure vanilla extract. Now, you're also supposed to add in vanilla pods. I don't have that, so what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. But if you have vanilla pods, then you use not vanilla pods, vanilla beans. If you have vanilla beans, you add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 2 vanilla beans. Okay, but because I don't have vanilla beans, I'm going to be adding in 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Okay, just gonna mix that up real good. Once that's mixed up, then you basically add it to your dry ingredients. Now, if I was off screen, I would probably lick this bowl, but I won't. And I'll probably lick the spoon too. But I won't. As tempting as it is. Okay, so now you basically want to mix that all together. So once that's all done, now you're going to put it on a baking pan or baking sheet. Make sure you have parchment paper, and you basically just layer it all out. And you basically want to layer it out flat because we're going to bake it in the oven, and you want to do it a thin layer just because you want to get that crispiness. If you just plop it on there, it's not going to be crispy. It's going to be wet at the end when you take it out, and we're looking for a granola, so you want that crunch. You want it to be dry and crispy. Okay, and then you put it in the oven. You're going to put it in the oven for 15 minutes. See you then. Okay, so after 15 minutes, it's not quite done yet. Basically, you're going to take it out, you're going to stir it up, all right, mix it all up, And then again, you're going to flatten it out into a nice even layer as possible. Nice and flat. And then you're going to put it back in the oven and cook it for an additional 8 to 12 minutes. Okay. It's done. Okay. So back in the oven, 8 to 12 minutes. Okay. It's been 8 to 12 minutes. So you're going to take out the granola. And at this point, it's going to still seem soft. But what you're going to do is you're going to let it rest for 1 hour, letting it cool down. And as it cools down, it's gradually going to get hardened and crunchier. So see you back in 1 hour. Hey guys, so it's been roughly an hour. And at this point right now, this is when you want to break it up and put it into your mason jars. I like to use this as a topper for yogurt, for cereal, or even just for munching on. So yeah, I highly recommend just break it up and store into a mason jar. Enjoy!